Hey, what's up guys? It's Kev again, back at you this time with a full day of eating, especially now that I'm back on my bulk. This essentially means I'll be eating just above maintenance calories to help promote building muscle, and I'm sure a lot of you guys might be curious as to what I might eat on a day-to-day basis to help do so. One important factor at play is that I'm actually a plant-based eater. I don't class myself as a vegan, as I do still consume very small amounts of animal products every once in a blue moon, but the vast majority of the time I do eat completely plant-based. And there is a huge misconception that if you eat plant-based you might have a hard time getting in enough protein, or you might have a hard time gaining weight because it's hard to consume more calories. So I'm here to show you that that is not the case. I'm sure many of you might be curious as to what I may eat on a day-to-day basis to help me build muscle. So without further ado, let's get to the kitchen. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay guys, so we are now in the kitchen where we'll be spending most of today's video, and our first meal of the day will be some porridge with peanut butter in it. I feel like porridge is a pretty good way to start your morning because it gives you a lot of carbs for energy, it won't be too filling, and you can play around with the calories and protein content by adding things such as peanut butter and seeds. Although I do prefer the taste of almond and rice milk, today I'm going to use almond milk with my porridge simply due to the fact that I'm actually completely out of almond and rice milk, and almond milk has more calories than soy milk per milliliter, so it would be more beneficial to us to try and get our calories up throughout the day. So that is meal one. Macros will be up on the screen over here somewhere. It's worth noting that along with that I will be taking some vitamin B12, because if you're eating on a plant-based diet it can be hard to get sufficient levels of B12. But yeah, so I'll see you at the next meal. Okay guys, so I've spent the morning bashing out some college work, and therefore it's time for my second meal of the day. For this meal we'll be playing things pretty basic. We've got some tofu to fry up, and I'll be having that with some spicy Mexican microwavable rice. It's not the least processed route I could have taken, however, being restricted on time, this is a good way to get my macros in, and I'll have a much healthier meal later on in the day. I'll show you the marinade that I'm using, and as usual I'll show you the macros and calories of this meal, so let's get to it. Okay, now that I've actually flipped the tofu, I think it's worth mentioning that I think it's cooked best on a quite high intensity, so you can really get a nice crisp outside, which I think makes the texture a lot more enjoyable. Okay, so this is our second meal of the day. Tofu with some jerky marinade and some Mexican rice. The macros and calories will be up on the screen now, and therefore I will see you when it's time for my third meal. Hey guys, so we are just back from training. You will have seen some of the clips in the video, and now it's time for another meal. And I say meal because this is actually completely liquid. Now, most days I would have a fruit smoothie because it would allow me to get a lot of different vitamins in and give me something to sip on that tastes nice while doing work or whatever. But today, because we've got some plans tonight, I'm going to whack my protein powder into my fruit smoothie rather than having a separate protein shake. This is my protein powder of choice, the vegan protein powder from Bulk Powders, which tastes phenomenal. I've got the banana flavour, so it would actually go really well with the fruit smoothie. So let's get to it. For our next meal, I'll just be snacking on these vegan sausages, which I'll have in a sandwich. Again, just trying to get more protein in us. Not too many carbs, as we're just having bread, because I have plans for tonight and therefore would like to leave some carbs for later when I come back home. Oh, camera's going out of focus. Alright guys, so here's the finished product. Topped off with a bit of mustard, because mustard is extremely low in calories. And I'll see you at the next meal.